everybody. I know you can't see me. It is I, Dum Dum Dice resident Goth, Wednesday LaFay, and this evening, for your viewing pleasure, we have a one-shot Dread module with some fantastic players that we have recruited from around the world. Well, actually from just 2 places in the world, but still. Yes, so we are going to be playing Dread this evening. But because I lack the know-how to add a Jenga plugin to this game, we are going to use D6s. And to make it extra difficult and extra unfair, every time you roll a 1, you fail. And in Dread, when you fail, the tower falls and you die. So that's what's going to happen. People are going to die. So there's a 1 in 6 chance of someone dying every single time they roll the die. So yes, welcome. So this stream, just so all of you know, a disclaimer, there is mature content in the stream, so it is 16 plus. There will be strong language, there will be violence, there will be, I don't know, innuendo. I think that's as far as we will go with it. There will be some sexual innuendo. But otherwise, we hope that you will enjoy it and it will be as much fun as our D&D is. So this evening, this group of people, I would like them to introduce themselves. Our Teddy is having small technical problems, so she will jump on as soon as she jumps on. And oh my greatness, guys, I just have to say, Laura Bones has now subscribed for 20 months. And Secondhand Samurai has subscribed for 2. So thank you very much, guys. You guys rock. You are amazing. I am giving you finger hearts. I know you can't see them, but I'm giving them to you.
And we got Hype Train going as well.
Ooh. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so now you guys can start introducing yourselves. I think let's start with Nelly, and then we'll just go around to whoever wants to go next.
Okay, cool. So, hi everyone. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are, whenever you are. I'm Nelly. I'm part of Dum Dum Die. I typically play in a tiefling, but tonight we will see. But I'm excited to see how the game goes. And Dread is really stressful, so I'm also a bit scared.
Okay, who's next? Come on.
Hi everyone, I'm Bex or Rebecca. I've been on one shot previously, and I'm really excited to be joining again. And I am dreading this a little bit. I am just a little bit stressed.
Dreading Dread. Appropriate.
What's next?
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. You go ahead.
Yes, I'm Laura Bones, and I've been playing games for about 4 or 5 years. I've played Dread before, but I am indeed looking forward to this game tonight and hoping there is minimal death.
Hoping.
Oh, hey everyone, I'm Liz. I don't have a cool nickname, so just Liz. Huge, massive horror fan, so I'm really looking forward to all the scary stuff in this game. I've played a few rounds of D&D before, but this is my first time playing Dread, so I guess we'll see what the outcome is. I'm hoping for some really creepy, really gory, really scary stuff to happen tonight.
Hi everyone, I'm Nash, and this is my first time doing this, so if I'm the one slowing everything down, just forgive me and bear with me, but I'll try my best to entertain you.
Okay, we'll kill you first.
Wow, that's a little bit mean.
Just a joke.
Okay, so I've just got some feedback from Teddy. She is having some serious issues with her connection, so she has opted to sit this one out. So I will NPC her character. Yes. So I think, then we may as well just jump right in. So, oh yes, and Secondhand Samurai is here for the seagulls, so I shall add some seagulls in, as you wish. Okay, I'll do it this way then. We are currently in Cape Town, in the Western Cape in Southern Africa. You hear the sound of seagulls coming from the beach, as even though it's approaching 10 p.m., the sky is still pretty light out. It's a fantastic summer evening, and for those of you in the, I guess, in the know or in the scene, tonight is the 15th anniversary of Club Hell, the premier alternative nightclub and BDSM event venue. So, as we open up, the first person to arrive at Club Hell is actually Gift, because Gift works there. Here we go. So, Gift, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, hey everyone. I'm Gift. I'm the bartender at Club Hell. Been working here for a couple of years, and it's honestly the best thing that's happened to me since sliced bread. Not a big fan of the seagulls, but you know, we make do. Looking forward to serving everyone on this very special night tonight.
Okay, cool. So, Gift, can you just tell us what you look like, what you're wearing, and what you're doing as you arrive at the club?
As I arrive at the club, I take off my hat that I'm wearing a simple black button-down shirt and slacks because it's like a smart casual affair, and I don't like to stand out too much. Walk into the club, unlock the door, open up and go inside. Just taking the smell, because you know the smell of clubs. You know the smell of clubs, right? It's a very special, very, how to put it without being too graphic. It's a very unique smell. Taking the smell, go back to the bar and start checking that all my supplies are ready, all the ice has arrived, all the bar drinks have arrived. Looks like everything's good, so I take my place and I start preparing for the evening.
Okay, great. Thank you, Kid. So, once the club opens, one of the first people to arrive at Club Hell is the regular Jonathan.
Yes, so Jonathan, I think Jonathan strides confidently up to the club and straight through the doors. And even though it is nighttime, he still has his large sunglasses on. He goes in, he flicks out the collar of his long leather jacket that he's wearing over his black mesh shirt. And as he kind of strides in, flashing a confident smile to anybody who's looking, then I will probably just walk up to the bar and greet Gift.
Mesh shirt, that's certainly a choice.
Yeah. Feels like it.
Alright.
Really?
So, the next person to arrive is running a little bit late. Mephistopheles slams the door open. He pushes the bouncer out of the way, and he's like, "Oh my god, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so late. I know I was meant to be here to set up earlier, but I simply could not find the right chain to match my earring to link to my belly chain." So Mephistopheles is the club DJ. He is loud, proud, very, very, very much gay. He has a black and white mohawk that is quite a high mohawk as well, quite high. It stands up pretty straight. He is wearing a button shirt that is open all the way so that he can flash his belly ring, which is a very cute little gem. and it is linked up to his earrings with a chain. So he's looking his best, all fancy, as he walks past everyone, explains why he's late, and then goes to set up at the DJ booth. So the next person that would arrive at the club would be Monica.
Hey, so I'll be playing Monica tonight. Monica walks into the club. If anyone looks, she looks like a rather tall for a woman, almost reaching 6 foot tall. If you were to look at her, you wouldn't be able to tell her race. She looks mixed race, like she could be indigenous, but she could be from somewhere else. And it is Cape Town, so it's quite a mix. She's looking at her phone. She swears, definitely in Spanish. So if that gives you a hint as to where she's from, and she is wearing what I'm wearing. She's wearing a denim jacket, a long, long flowing black dress, and she's wearing a chain. And there's a reason why she's wearing a chain. She kind of saw a certain DJ wearing a chain the last time she came here, and she's kind of hoping that if she starts to coordinate with the DJ, maybe like he'll pick up some of her vibes. And her gaydar is terrible, so she is so keen on maybe trying to get a word in with him, hopefully, and maybe Gift can be like a wingman for her. And yeah, she looks excited, but she's probably gonna go straight to the bar, get some liquid courage. Gift, I need about 2 tequilas, and make it quick. I think I'm gonna tell him tonight. I'm gonna tell him tonight. Yeah, and she's.
Idea normally for you, I would do anything, but 2 is a bit heavy to start off with. You sure about that?
Oh, you're right. It's probably work stress getting to me. I'll just have something light. I'll have a Cosmo. Thanks.
You got it. He starts preparing the Cosmo in the background.
Okay, so as this group is at the club, a few other people enter the club, like Secondhand Samurai. Tillers comes in, screaming like a duck. They're ready to party. Secondhand Samurai has brought their pet seagull with them. The bouncer is not too pleased, but we don't do animal cruelty here. We're just kind of hoping the seagull just does not like Mephistopheles' music and it will leave. Yeah, there are like a few other people at the club as well that are also regulars. And then pulling into the driveway or the parking lot of the club in their car is Sean. Sean, please introduce yourself. Oh, there's your sound.
Oh, you're on mute.
You're muted. Just unmute. Yeah.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So I'm going to be playing Sean. He has just left high school. He's about 6'1". He's wearing a navy blue t-shirt, some skinny jeans. This is his first time doing this. He's never been out before, of a protective mother and everything. So he parks his car, walks out, and walks to the door of the club, greets the bouncer.
Hey, and, wait. 1 second. The bouncer sort of looks at you, but he's looking more at your friends, Brad and Kyle, who seem to be a little bit out of it. The bouncer's sort of giving you guys a little bit of a once-over, and then he sniffs and he just lets you walk in. You may continue.
All right. Yeah, he just walks into the club and goes straight to the dance floor. He's not really quite sure what he should be doing. He's not quite sure if he should drink either.
Okay, cool. As you head to the dance floor, you walk past the bar, you see the barman. He's a large African man He seems to be quite intimidating. There is a gentleman sitting at the bar wearing sunglasses as well. Um, it's not the kind of person you would really usually spot out on the street. The DJ with his massive mohawk seems to be like getting into it. He's playing a song. You're not sure if you've heard it before, but it seems to have everybody else kind of quite happy. And there's a woman at the bar as well. Looks like she's ordering some drinks. She's quite cute. You know. And then we welcome our final player into the mix, Helen, as you arrive at Club Hell.
So Helen arrives wide-eyed. She's got a look of mild horror on her face. If you were to look at this woman, you would not think that she belonged in a place like this. She has greying blonde hair cut into a short bob. She's wearing a peach blouse, well-tailored. She has a large brown leather handbag slung over her shoulder and is quite literally clutching the strand of pearls around her neck.
As you walk in, Helen, the first thing that you spot after the bouncer winks at you is that there's a door just off to the side that seems to lead down into a basement. And on the door, there's a flashing neon sign that says VIP area.
Helen's going to spend some time sort of just taking this in, looking around, very clearly looking for someone specific.
You would be able to spot them quite easily.
Okay.
Because there are very few places. So the club is not as big as it seems from the outside. There's basically, as you walk in, there's the basement that goes downstairs. Then there's a bar in the center of the club, and then on the whole of the back section is a dance floor. So it's not actually as big as it seems. Think about standard South African sized nightclubs, like they're not massive. There's there's a space for bathrooms and stuff as
well. I'm going to make a beeline for Sean.
Okay. Sean, what are you currently doing?
He's awkwardly just bobbing around, trying to dance to the music, slowly gathering the courage to not completely embarrass himself, and walk to the bar to get a drink. But he's still on the dance floor.
Okay, so as you're sort of looking around on the dance floor, you notice a very familiar person heading straight for you. It's your mom.
Oh crap! I'm sorry.
So what are you going to do, Sean? Or what would you like to do?
Tries to cover his face with his jacket. Not quite sure what his mom is doing at the club, but he walks up to her and kind of stutters as he asks her what she's doing there, and asks her to go talk outside about why she is at the club. So Sean and his mother, they walk back to Sean's car in the car park.
Okay, so Helen, Sean is taking you outside.
Helen sort of grabs Sean by the collar while this is happening. She's going, I cannot believe you would come to a place like this. What are you doing? What are you thinking? You are not this kind of person has a belly piercing.
Okay, Mother, let's go outside, please.
Oh, we'll go both outside. We're going home.
This is my first time out. You can do this to me, please. Let's just talk about this. Let's go outside.
It was those friends, wasn't it? And like we're like walking, like as we're making our way outside or towards the exit.
Or making your way towards the exit.
Friends of yours.
Jonathan, you wanted to say something because you are obviously privy to all of this being at the bar, and they have to walk past the bar.
How old does Sean
Well,
look?
He looks like fresh out of high school. Like he wouldn't have been able to get in if he wasn't allowed to because of you know, there is a BDSM section in this club, so they wouldn't allow underage people in.
Okay, so I think Jonathan will maybe like sigh, put down the glass of red wine that he was drinking kind of on the counter, and he'll maybe walk over to them, smiling charmingly as he does, and he'll just be like, excuse me, but surely I don't like to get involved generally, but your son does seem old enough to be here, and well, you're causing a bit of a scene.
Thank you. I am old enough, am I not, Mother?
How old you are? These are not our kind of people. I'm sorry, what kind of people do you think we are?
Wait, what kind of people are you talking about? We're all respectable, and at this point, Monica has heard this. Like, wait, I don't know what you mean by that, but we're all good people here. Just like to have a little fun. That's all.
Well, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But my son is not a.
A what now? Excuse me? Gift has also, seeing Monica make her way over to the group, has also followed her and comes up kind of behind her, looming a little bit as he tends to do because he's quite large.
Oh wow.
Would you care to just repeat that one more time, ma'am?
Look, I just don't think that my son, who is barely out of high school, should be in a club like this yet. And as he is my son, this is actually none of your business. I'm stopping you from enjoying this.
Might I interject,
I just
Mother?
want to take my son home.
I'm going to be at university. If I'm going to have to do this, then it has to be tonight. I can make a deal with you. How about you stay and you have my first drink with me?
Yeah, relax, Mom. Let's go have a drink. You might even end up liking it.
You might even get lucky. I mean, some people are into, and Monica will gesture at what she's wearing. Some people are into that, and yeah, let's go.
You know, more thing is good for some people. Not me personally, but
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go for MILF, but I know many people who love MILFs, and you're definitely a mother. And she's Monica's kind of left.
Just consciously puts his hands over Sean's ears, so that you don't need to hear these things about your mother.
Mom, but Aunt Mary, your friend, told me about the time that you went on Long Street when you were undergrads, and you had one too many tequilas. So what? All I'm saying is
time ago.
Just one tequila tonight with me.
One drink. One.
That's it. Just one.
So you all head back to the bar. It seems like you have managed to sort of, save the situation. You know, with everybody's collaboration, you guys have saved the situation, and Sean is now able to enjoy his first night out, albeit with his mother. Um, but you all head back to the bar for a drink, for a round of tequilas. There are so many regulars that have come for the 15th anniversary. Oh, Sophia. Oh, Lonely Eagle. Um, 8 Row. 8 Hades. CRZ Chaos. Donk 7 Drapsnap. Framerates. Horatio Thunderflops. James.
Ooh, Horatio.
Yeah. James.
I like that Horatio.
James with all sorts of letters that I cannot make a sound out of. Laura Bones. Mark Zink Regress. Secondhand Samurai, as I mentioned. Sukoshi, Tarsai, and Tillers. Tillers is still screaming on the dance floor. You know, making sort of like flapping motions like a duck.
Is that okay? Do we need to call someone?
You know, Mephistopheles is loving Tiller's energy. You know, he's like making eyes at him, you know, pointing fingers. You know, that kind of thing. Vibing.
I wish he was pointing fingers at me. It could be tonight. It might be tonight. Okay.
So you guys, you know, you head back to the bar, and you're having a drink. Jonathan and Gift, you suddenly sense something strange. Like, Jonathan, you're getting like a familiar scent. It seems to be coming from downstairs. Like, because of who you are, you know the smell is also coming from downstairs. And Gift, you hear something that doesn't sound like somebody screaming on the dance floor. The rest of you don't hear or smell anything different. You're sitting at the bar drinking your tequila.
Is the sound also coming from downstairs, or?
It's also coming from downstairs. So, Gift and Jonathan, would you like to do anything?
You should kind of say Jonathan sort of just goes, once again sighs. Just cast down on the counter. As he says the Gift, I'll be back in a moment.
Okay. So
And
Jonathan,
saunters off.
Keep it clean this time. If calls after him, I'm not cleaning up after you again.
Right. And he looks slightly embarrassed and continues his walk.
So Jonathan, as you get
So Gift
closer.
carries on bartending, but he's kind of distracted and keeps an eye on Jonathan, tries to kind of look over the heads of all the people in the club to follow him on his track.
Okay. So Jonathan, as you head down the stairs towards the basement, sort of the smell is getting stronger. And now you can actually hear sounds. It sounds a bit like screaming. It's not the normal kind of screaming that comes out of the VIP BDSM area on a usual. It definitely, you know, it's not the usual, and there is an intense smell. Like there is a very strong smell.
He's halfway down the stairs, hears the screaming, stops, backs a little bit quickly back up the stairs again to the nearest bouncer.
Okay.
And yeah, I think there might be something a little more unusual going on downstairs.
Oh, really, Jonathan? Oh, okay, cool. Let me go. I'll go take a look. So
Okay.
The bouncer heads
You do that.
down the
You pat
stairs.
him on the back.
He heads downstairs and he opens the door to the dungeon in inverted commas. He opens the door, and as he opens the door, you very clearly get that whiff. It just comes up the stairs. You know, you can smell it. the bouncer like steps through the door. He's like, "Hey, what's going on in here?" And then he does a bit of a he makes like a weird like sound like ugh! And then you just like you can still hear just screaming, like you don't hear the bouncer doesn't say anything, he doesn't come back out of the room.
It, ooh. Okay, so Jonathan comes back up to the stairs and he waves to get perhaps another bouncer or gives attention, and like he is visibly tense. His hands are clenched like beside his sides, like really tense, paler than usual. Yeah.
Okay.
Or a gift.
And then he kind of keeps like as if he's wanting to go downstairs, but not.
Gift sees him obviously having been keeping an eye on him, and he kind of makes this face as if, what now? And then he sort of tells everyone who's waiting for a drink at the bar, just be patient for a sec, he'll be right back. And he sort of goes over to where Monica's sitting, asks her if she needs anything. Are you good? Did I get you anything? I just need to go over there for a second, I'll be right back. But you okay?
Yeah, you do what you gotta do, I guess. But is everything okay? I am
yeah, it's fine.
qualified to help if I need to, but I don't want to. And I said that under my breath, and I'm because the whole time I've been talking to Gift, I've literally just been looking at the DJ booth. Yeah, I'll definitely help you if you need help, but yeah, call or don't call. Yeah.
Or don't call. Got it. Or he makes his way over to where Jonathan is, and he kind of hisses at him like, what now? What's going on?
I think there's dead bodies in the basement.
That's what you're open with. They're the basement. What fantastic. Have you confirmed dead bodies? Because it sounds like there's a whole lot of screaming still happening. Okay. So
I'm sure that there's something very wrong down there.
Very wrong. That's a lot of good information to go on. Thanks. So he kind of huffs a sigh and starts making his on the stairs to where all the screaming and this horror is coming from.
Okay. So as you get closer, Gift, you can also very clearly smell blood. You can also smell something that smells a little bit like rotting flesh. And this is on top of the normal bar smells. And there is definitely screaming going on down there. This is as you get closer. Are you going to go inside?
I think what I will do is just sort of tentatively at first look around the corner into the room just to assess the situation before I put my entire body inside the room.
Okay. So as you look in the room, you see it doesn't look too different to what it usually looks like in there. But there is a lot of screaming going on. There are people backed up against one wall, panicking. There is someone, strapped up to one of the devices, and it looks like, somebody else is actually eating them alive. And that's where the screaming is coming from. And that is just on you just looking inside. That's just as you're looking.
Well, you was here at the top of the stairs, Jonathan's voice. Well,
forget turns and looks up at him and goes, pretty much a normal Wednesday night at Club Hell. No, like, get down here. You need to come and help me.
Is it dangerous?
No, you're gonna be fine. It's just people eating other people. Pretty standard stuff.
Oh dear God! Jonathan runs down straight into the room.
Okay.
Gift kind of like watches him pass by, like, okay, I guess we're going in, and he follows him inside.
Okay, so the two of you, Jonathan and Gift, you enter the VIP room, and you are. This is not something like you have ever seen before. There are literally people like gnawing on other people. They are attacking them. There is a lot of screaming happening. If you didn't know any better, you would think people were just inebriated, or very high on some crazy drugs. But this is intense. There really is blood. They managed to have been able to tear flesh with their teeth. And there's a lot of panic, obviously.
They look like normal people, right?
They look
different?
high. So some of them, because of who you are, you guys are able to tell that they are not well. There's sort of like a slight greenish tinge, but it's more the smell coming off them that you can tell that something is very wrong with these people. So I'm going to give you a little while just to think about what you're going to do and head back upstairs. Okay, so the three of you, are you still at the bar drinking your drinks?
Yes.
Oh yeah. But I'm very focused on the DJ booth. But I'm listening half an ear to other people around me because I have to know what's going on around me at all times just to be aware of my surroundings. But I'm hyper focused on the DJ booth.
Okay. So you guys are sitting chilling at the bar, having your drinks. Sean, you notice Brad and Kyle come out of the bathroom, and they're heading towards the bar. They're heading towards you. Like, Kyle is waving. He's got Brad draped over his one shoulder, and he's waving at you. He's like, dude, like, I think Brad's had too much to smoke. But he's like shouting, obviously, because it's in a club, but he thinks he's whispering. He's doing some weird shit in the bathroom. He was like throwing up, and then I picked him up, and as he gets closer, it's becoming more intelligible. Like, he's telling you the story, and then, like, dude, but look at him. He's like, look at his eyes. I mean, but it's like dark in the club, so you're like, I don't know if you can see his eyes, or but he's just telling you, like, oh, dude, no, there's something wrong with him. He's just not well.
So all the time he has been saying this, Sean has just been gesturing to him to not say anything because his mother is standing just right behind him, but he's afraid because of his height. His friend couldn't see his mother, so he's just saying, dude, cut it. He just doesn't want his mother to realize what kind of people he is hanging out with. As she said, that these are not our kind of people, and the last thing that he needs is for the mother to see that his friends are those exact kind of people. And so he asks him, what's wrong with him? What were you guys doing?
No, so we were just like taking a whiz, and then he just turned and started to chunder everywhere. Like, he was just chundering everywhere. It was so gross. It's even on my shoes, dude. It's on my freaking shoes. And then,
okay, can we?
And then I helped him sort of clean up just a little bit. I mean, he still smell, but in any case, I think we don't need to leave. If we can just prop him up on a couch somewhere, then we can still party, and we'll take him home later.
Is it? Is that some? Is that? What is that? There's something looks like baby powder on your nostril. What's that? Is this snow? That's...
Oh man. So there was this guy in the bathroom. Let me tell you, this guy in the bathroom, and he gave us some stuff for free. If you want some, you just need to just go in. I can point this guy out to you. In any case, the stuff is red. It is red. But
What
yeah.
stuff is it? What stuff is it?
So Helen, I don't know whether or not you would hear the details, but you can definitely recognize, if you looked past Sean, you would recognize his friends and that they are having a very sort of excitable conversation. It's stuff, stuff. I'm not gonna say it out loud, dude. I don't want to be arrested.
Is he still at the bathroom?
Yeah. Well, he was. I don't know if he is now after all the vomit, but it's good. But do you think you can help me get him on the couch? Just take him to the couch first, and then we can go back. We can go back together.
Okay, so Sean turns to his mother and says, "Hey, I gotta go help out a friend of mine. I'm needed."
I don't
You just
think
wait
you
for me
want
at the
to do
bar.
that. Sean, I don't think you want to go help those people.
Mom, I'm also really just pressed, and I just, we've been friends for a very long time. I have to go. They're gonna tell everybody that I kind of just, we went on a night out and I abandoned them. So I'll just be 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Okay.
And he gestures to the bartender to give his mom another drink, and walks away with the friend.
Yeah. So the bartender's not there at the moment.
At the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. But actually, I think because Monica's been listening this whole time, Monica will step in. Hey, kid, go have a good time. And then she'll turn towards his mom. Hey, Milf, come on, let's go. And then at this point, she'll finish the rest of it, down the rest of the drink. She takes off her jacket. Like I said, she's quite tall. And she's going to say, you know what? For women, it's a night out. We've got to go out and make the most of it. I look amazing. You look like that. Like I said, it could work for someone. And I'm going to grab onto her hand and go to the dance floor because I am on a mission tonight and no one is going to mess it up for me.
Okay, so you guys are heading to the dance floor. So, Sean, as you help Brad and Kyle out, you guys are sort of you're sort of helping him on the side. As you lower them down onto the couch. Now I've even lost myself. I can't even remember. I think it was Brad. Brad is inebriated. As you lower him down onto the couch, he sort of looks up at you and makes a sort of like a growl, and he snaps his teeth at you. Like he jerks forward and he snaps his teeth in your face.
Are you alright, dude? What was that? You're acting weird, dude. What happened to the bathroom?
So Kyle got a big fright from that because he's obviously high, and so he falls down onto his bottom. As that happens, Brad doesn't respond to you, but he's just he keeps opening and closing his mouth, but very very fast and very viciously, like an animal basically, like a dog, like a hungry dog.
So I kind of turn to Kyle and I ask him, why is he doing that? I've never seen him do that before. Is that the stuff that you were telling me about? Is it making him do that?
Kyle's like, dude, I don't know what is happening. I think I need a minute. And he turns and he starts crawling away. And
Wait.
yeah, so he starts crawling away from you.
So he kind of just looks. He's kind of perplexed. He has never been really in a situation where he sees one of his friends inebriated to the point of crawling on the floor. So he walks up to him. He kind of follows him, and he tries to get him up. And he's like, "Dude, are you okay?"
He's like, "No, man. I think I'm tripping." Like, he looks like, oh my god, I think I'm tripping. And he turns and he just like, he turns and he's holding you, like, like an awkward like hug. He's like, dude, please hold me, I'm tripping.
Well, he kind of just awkwardly pushes him in front of him and shakes him a bit. Dude, what's going on? Tell me. This is me. This is just me. We're in this nice club. You guys invited me out. I'm having a good time. My mom is at the bar. That's a little awkward, but just get yourself together. Do you want to go to the bar? Maybe have a glass of water?
It's like, yeah. Let's get some water.
And then what do we do with Brad?
Oh no, let's leave him. He's probably tripping more than I am. Let's just leave him for now. We'll take him home later. We'll take him home later.
Man, this place is kind of weird. I saw the bartender walk up to the DJ, and he kind of had this terrified look on his face. Are you sure Brad is gonna be okay if we leave him here?
Oh no. He'll be fine. You just stay with me. You just stay with me. Let's go get some water.
Okay, but you can't act the way that you're acting right now in front of my mother. She's gonna wanna go home.
Oh no, dude. No, dude. I'm cool.
Okay. All right. So they walk to the bar.
So you guys are making your way to the bar. So Monica and Helen, you guys are headed onto the dance floor. Mephistopheles is kicking his favorite tune. It's Mr. Brightside. Everybody's jumping. They are just loving it. It's such a jam. As you guys look around on the dance floor, you can see everybody's partying. Tillers there's somebody there, you don't know it's Tillers because you guys, Monica might know it's Tillers. Tillers is like, Mr. Brightside, yeah. Having a party, and you're looking around. You guys are just dancing, minding your own business. And Helen, somebody bumps into you very forcibly behind you.
She sort of whirls around to face the person who was like, "Excuse you."
When you turn around, you see a girl. She seems to be like, she's quite nondescript, but she's typically like that kind of girl that would be in that kind of club. She seems to be drunk because she's sort of like weaving a little bit, like she's not standing straight. But she doesn't like respond to you. She doesn't even look up at you. Her hair is sort of like over her face, and she's kind of just sort of weaving in place.
Helen's gonna give her like a really like sort of dirty look, and then sidestep away from her.
So you sidestep away from her, and she sort of goes past you. So she walks past you. Monica, you also see this girl. She seems quite drunk. She walks past you guys and sort of walks straight into a group of people. And like you're sort of watching this. I mean, yes, there are people that get wasted quite often in clubs. So as you watch this happen, and then you hear swearing, like one of the guys sort of turns from that group. He turns and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Oh, okay, that's concerning. So while Helen had that interaction with this girl, Monica had been talking to herself this whole time, thinking that Helen was listening.
Yeah.
I mean, look at my big eyes. People love my eyes, and he hasn't even looked at me once. And if I just maybe if I dance a certain way, he'll look at me. And she's just been ranting this whole time. I mean, I'm confident. I'm educated. I'm a provider. He doesn't have to work. I can do all the work, and then he just has to look pretty. And he's so pretty. Oh my gosh, he's so pretty. Wait. Is she okay? And by the way, is this girl a regular? The girl we see bump into that other group?
Yeah, she's a regular. And
wait,
she just seems really drunk this time.
Wait, no, don't do anything to her. She's a regular, but she looks wasted. We should help her. I'm gonna grab. I just keep dragging Helen around. I'm gonna grab Helen, like by the shoulder, and and then go towards the girl. Hey guys, she's everyone's a little wasted. Don't pick on tiny people. Pick on someone your own size. And I kind of posture towards the group of guys.
So as you get close to them and you actually see what's going on, the guy is bleeding out of his neck. It looks like that girl has bitten a chunk out of his neck.
Okay, change of plan.
Then I'm going to go back downstairs. Here we go. Which one of you would like to act first? So in Dread, we don't necessarily use initiative. We just, if whoever wants to act first can act first. So Gift, Jonathan, which of you would like to act first, and what would you like to do as you have come upon the scene in the VIP room?
Well, Jonathan sort of blustered in past me first into the room, so I guess he's over here and I sort of took around like you could work out in there.
Alright, don't forget. Oh, so much. It's the blood like there's blood like on the leaking places. Yeah, it's pretty gory.
How many people look like they're eating other people?
At the moment, maybe 3 or 4. People seem to just be up against some people trying to run past you to go upstairs.
Jonathan will step out of the way of anybody that's trying to escape. In fact, he might shout just that. Again, he is, just the cords are standing out in his neck, and he's kind of standing there taking it in. It's just very straight, and just so he will shout, get out. To see if anybody that's compass mentis will listen to him. Then I guess he will turn to Gift and go, "Do we want the police here?"
There's literally not time to call police, and the women is really sort of at the smell of blood. That first scent of blood sort of really gone. The hair on the back of the stand out, and sort of very tense and very need to help these people right now. We don't want to get police, and he wants to bring action. And I don't know if that's a role for me, if he wants to sort of try and grab people off of people being eaten. But being who he is a bit stronger than the average person. So maybe they don't put up as much of a fight as they could have with someone else.
Okay, cool. So give me a dice roll. You can have a +2 on that.
I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1, but you got a +2 on that. Because
so it's a 3. It's a
3, so you did not die. So you can, so as you say, you start pulling these people off their meals, I guess.
Yes.
Are you just sort of pulling them off and tossing them aside?
For now, yes, that's one. And my first and only thought is just to get the people who are actively being eaten safe. So I'm just pulling these guys off and just sort of tossing them aside against the wall, maybe.
Okay, so as you do, you notice the people that were, being injured, they seem to have quieted down. Like they're not screaming anymore. The screaming coming from the other people sort of leaving the room. They seem to be sort of like at various stages of unconsciousness as you're pulling them off. Jonathan, what are you doing? You're muted, Laura.
Apologies. I think Can I hear the music from upstairs still down here, or is it kind of drowned out in amongst the?
You can still hear the
Screaming.
music.
Okay, so I think he kind of just holds his breath for a second. It's as if he's listening, like, kind of not sure what's in the room almost, where he kind of like the cord would down slightly, and he will begin to help get the people out of the room. So if anything looks like it's going to attack Gift, he will help, but I think he's mostly trying to get people that are trying to get out of the room out. Because sometimes people panic and they just run into walls and they slip on the blood, and so he's just like, anybody that falls over and trying to push them kind of out the door as best as he can.
Okay, give me a dice roll, please.
Cool. 6.
Okay, so you are, you've got, so much self-control at the moment, that you are able to just, stay calm and coordinate the people to get them to go up the stairs, like, to stop screaming, helping people that have slipped on the blood or on alcohol, the floors are a little bit wet as well, helping them up, trying to get them to go up the stairs, telling them to just, exit the club, and, like, wait for the police or whatever it is. And it seems to be working really well. They seem to be listening to you. Like, when you first, said get out, people, like, immediately, like, turned. It was almost as if, they either recognized your voice or they recognized some sense of authority, and they just started listening to you. So Gift is for a while, Gift is taking on these creatures, for lack of a better word. You are coordinating the evacuation efforts. All right, so let's go to the dance floor then. So on the dance floor, Monica and Helen, this is the situation you have walked into. This guy is holding his neck. There is a lot of blood. There is blood on the girl's face, around her mouth, and she seems to be growling and still sort of like weaving a little bit in place. Like, she seems very unsteady.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go into almost like work mode, and I'm gonna rush to try to help him. I'll tell him to keep his, hey buddy, keep the wound covered. Keep the wound covered. MILF. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name.
With like tissues out of their hands. Handy tissues.
Yeah, that might work. But please keep an eye on that girl. Make sure she's not hurt. But I think she. And I look at the guy I'm trying to help. I think she did this.
I think she did that too. I think she's actually insane. I think she's insane.
That's not a word we use in this scene, but also in, like, in psychiatry. But, she might be disturbed. Let's say she might be disturbed, but is the guy responding? The guy I'm trying to help with his neck?
Give me a dice roll, please. You can add a +1 because you have got first aid skills.
Okay, but I don't want to. Baby, I rolled a 4, so it's a 5.
Okay,
That was a
so
bit scary.
so he seems to be responding to you. You're trying to, compress it, to get the bleeding to stop. When you looked at the wound, you could see it is very ugly. It already seems to be like sort of discolored. And you've got him now, like, sitting up on the floor, and his friends are supporting him. Just for a bit of extra help. You don't really want him to be like standing around with the amount of blood that he's actually been losing. And the people sort of on the dance floor are starting to like panic. Like people are now sort of noticing like what's going on. They're freaking out a little bit. Like some people are like sort of crowding around to see what's happening. Okay, some people don't care. They're just still dancing.
Like a John Wick movie.
Yeah.
Like typical.
As you're doing this, so he is sort of responding to you. His friends also listening to you because they see that you know what you're doing.
Okay.
Helen, can you give me a dice roll, please? Because you're with a crazy lady.
Oh no.
Good luck.
It's a 3.
3. Okay. So as you turn back to this woman, you are 100% convinced she is insane, irrespective of what this upstart of a person that you just met thinks. This woman is definitely crazy. You do not go around biting people, like, in public places, especially to this degree where the person is obviously injured. So she's definitely crazy. She's also definitely either drunk or completely high because she cannot stand straight. And when you try to engage with her, she does not make eye contact with you. The only thing she does is sort of like twist her neck in like a very sort of sickly way upwards and make gnashing sounds and motions with her teeth.
Good. I don't care about political correctness right now. That child is clearly insane. Somebody call the cops.
An ambulance. We need an ambulance. And I actually look at the guy's friends. Please call an ambulance for your friend. I can only maintain him for so long, but I don't think we have the facilities for this. Where's Gift? Maybe he can help with first aid kit. And I'm gonna stand up and look around. My eye might go towards the DJ booth, but I'm focused.
So the DJ, strangely enough, he's noticed what's going on, but Mephistopheles is so in the zone. All he's done is he's changed the music. He's now playing Sophie Ellis-Bextor, Murder on the Dance Floor. He is just like, he's so in the zone. He is just killing it. Trying to like get people back into the vibe. Despite everything that's going on, there are people around you, they're taking out their cell phones, trying to phone the police or call an ambulance. And then, so Sean, you will notice the music has changed all of a sudden. Like it's definitely like a different kind of style of music that is currently playing. You don't really notice what's happening on the dance floor as you're heading towards the bar, but what you do notice as you head towards the bar is that a lot of people are streaming up from the VIP room. They're sort of like coming up the stairs. They seem to be like panicked. They're sort of rushing up the stairs and heading out of the club. One of them stops to talk to the bouncer, and he's just it's a woman, and she's just like, "Oh my god, I don't know what's going on down there, but it's crazy. There's blood everywhere." And the bouncer's trying to like calm her down and find out what's going on. And as you see, like people are just sort of streaming out of the club. They're doing it in such a way that it's sort of causing a bit of a problem because there are people trying to get into the club at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is what you're seeing as you head towards the bar.
Yeah. Previously, Sean and
Kyle
were walking towards the bar, and Brad had just like gnashed his his teeth to Sean, and there was another character who was doing the same thing to Monica. So as Sean was walking to the bar, he notices that as well, but he walks up to his mom, and then he says that something Walking Deady is happening in this bar.
Okay, so that means you would have to head back to the dance floor to tell your mom this, because she's on the dance floor at the moment.
She's on the dance floor.
Yeah, she's on the dance floor. So he walks up.
So he looks around because he left her at the bar, and he looks around looking for her, and walks up to his mom, and he tells her that exact thing. He says something weird is going on in this club. My friend just gnashed his teeth towards me, and I saw some girl doing it, and there are people running downstairs. So he says to his mom, something is really out of place here, and it's freaking me out, because a couple of days ago the South African Health Department sent out a public announcement that there is this RSV virus that is going around, and people are just behaving weirdly here.
John, baby, thank goodness you're all right. That girl just bit someone. I think you're right. We need to get out. We need to go home. I just want you safe.
Oh my goodness, mother! How were you close to her? How did she? Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank goodness she was so close to me, but she's right there. She's right there.
Okay.
So Sean kind of walks to the girl, and she's not saying anything intelligible. She's just breathing on the floor.
Yeah. So I need you to roll a die for me, Nash, please.
Okay.
First roll, no pressure, but pressure.
It's a 3.
It's a 3. As you walk up to this girl, you definitely, you've seen Walking Dead. This is a zombie, man. You didn't think you would ever see a zombie in your life, but this is a zombie. You are 100% convinced that she is a zombie. And what you know is, once you get bitten by a zombie, you turn into one.
Okay, so he kind of just looks at her and then takes one step back, and he remembers seeing a knife at the bar that was being used by the bartender to cut the lemon that the bartender gave to him and his mother to do their shot of tequila. And he looks at it, he looks at the bar, and he looks at the girl, and then he just walks to his mom and say, "Let's get out of here."
Okay, so you guys are together. I'm gonna go back downstairs. Okay, so downstairs. So now you've managed to get most of the people out, but you're noticing there seem to be people stuck on the stairs, Jonathan. And what if you sort of extend your hearing a little bit? You can sort of hear that the bouncer upstairs is shouting, "Wait, hang on, you need to let people out before you come in." You know, it seems like they're having access control issues at the moment, and that's what's causing the inability of the people to get out of the club, and that's why they're sort of loitering on the stairs now, because they just can't get out. Gift, you have managed to toss these creatures off of the people that were previously unconscious seem to be waking up, and you get a whiff of this rotting smell, and it's quite interesting how it happens so fast and how it's so strong. So you already know that something very strange is happening at the moment. They start waking up, so I need you to roll again for me, please.
I got a 4.
Okay. So as they start waking up, there is visible movement, and a couple of the ones that you had thrown off start making their way towards you again. So Jonathan, you will see this happening, like that these creatures are making their way back to attack Gift because now they've found a target.
Did all the people make it out?
So they're stuck
No,
on the
they're
stairs.
kind of blocked on the stairs. There's a
But
jam.
out of the room.
Out of the
Are they
room,
all-
yes.
all
They're,
there?
they're all out of the room.
Okay.
Yeah, so Jonathan will look, and you can see that he wants to be away, but there's just no way through that kind of mass of people. So he kind of turns around and he'll step up next to Gift if he's able to, like if there's space,
Yeah.
if Gift's not surrounded or anything like that, he'll step up next to Gift, and just it kind of lean down and give you, well, not lean down because I think you're as tall as he is actually, it just kind of look over to you and give you a grin and a wink and just be like, let's rip.
Fair enough.
And yeah, he'll reach for the nearest creature and just try and twist its head off, basically.
Okay, give me a dice roll 2, please, and then you get a +2.
3 plus 2 is 5. 3 is my lucky number tonight, it seems.
So you are welcome to describe what you do to this creature because it is now dead.
Yeah, so I think he kind of just reaches out with his hands, kind of on the top of its head and its chin, and he just sort of snaps it like that, and just kind of just snaps the neck, and it'll probably just flop over to one side. And he just lets it drop.
Yeah, it drops to the floor with a very satisfying sound. Gift, it is your go. Please give me a dice roll before you.
I rolled a 3.
Okay, cool. What would you like to do?
How many of these creatures are there surrounding us? Well,
So-
except for the one that just died very satisfactorily.
Except for the one that just died now, because there were people that are also coming alive. There are 2 more that are very close to you. The others are further out in the room, but they are sort of making their way towards you, and there are 3 of them.
Okay. Gift sort of shudders a little bit and then shudders again, and he hunches over, and you can see his hands kind of contorting. And as they contort, hair starts to grow all over, and massive claws sprout from his fingers. And as he contorts, his neck starts sort of bending unnaturally, and he twists and turns, and very sickening, breaking bone sounds erupt from his body, and he just starts growling. But it's not a normal growl, it's this deep, guttural, extremely bone-chilling growl. And when Jonathan looks again, a massive black wolf is in the place where Gift was standing. And
Jonathan's eyes widen slightly, but I think that he goes, now you match your smell.
So
Wow.
you're going to get a
I'm
+2 to
definitely
your
going to
action.
have a bone to pick with Jonathan later because of that comment. So anyway, the wolf lifts his head, and he has these golden eyes, and he sort of assesses the situation because now he's able to see a bit more clearly in the dark, and he can sort of kind of see what's actually going on. And he looks up at Jonathan and kind of nods his head towards the nearest thigh as if to signal this one's yours. And then he jumps onto the other one and starts mauling and slashing at him with his claws.
Okay, so you're getting a +2, so you've also got a 5. So you are going to destroy this the zombie.
Uh-huh.
So
So his claws rip into the torso and down to the stomach and just start sort of tearing flesh, chunks of flesh, a little bit of intestine, maybe some lung comes out. He's really just going to town on this guy, but he realizes that he doesn't have that much time, so he really just makes sure to finish the job by going to town on his jugular. He just sort of leans down and bites down on his jugular and gives him a big old shake. And because he's such a giant wolf, the guy's entire body just sort of flaps around as he's shaking it. He tosses him aside because he knows he's done.
Oh, excellent work, team. I'm going to head back upstairs now for a moment. Back upstairs, wow. We are on the dance floor. Mephistopheles is playing "Hungry Like the Wolf," Duran Duran. And
really,
he's in the zone. You wouldn't be able to tell that he even knows what's happening, but he is, because he's just playing the music like it's a normal night. It is, of course, the 15th anniversary, so it must be a good music night. You guys are on the dance floor. Sean and Helen, you are looking pretty scared, like you're getting ready to leave. You are trying to make your way off the dance floor, but what you notice is there seems to be a bit of an issue now, because there are people trying to get out of the club. There are people trying to get in the club. There seems to be a blockage at the door. So there seems to be a blockage at the door. And the people that are sort of panicked after what's happened on the dance floor are also trying to now move to the other side of the club, sort of making that blockage even worse. So as you guys are trying to sort of push past people, it's getting a little bit difficult. Like, you didn't realize how full the club actually was, like how many people there actually were in it. I will first of all ask you what you guys are doing before I make you roll. So I'll start with you, Helen.
How are there any zombies close to Helen and Sean?
Okay, so you take a look around. You get an indication that there are, and the reason being that there are people, like, yes, there are people trying to push, but there are also people screaming and people shouting like, "Hey, what are you doing? Or, get away from me!" You know. So you do know that there are zombies near you.
Okay.
Like, you don't. There isn't. For instance, there isn't one standing right next to you, but they're close.
Okay. Helen's gonna grab Sean's arm, like nails digging in, grabbing very tightly onto her son's arm. And with her other hand, she's gonna slide her handbag down and let it, like, hold it by the strap, like she's ready to swing it. She's gonna say, "Okay, kiddo, we gotta get out of here. We gotta do this. I think we need to run for the bar."
Okay, I want you to give me a dice roll. You get +2. Sean, your mom has just grabbed your arm. What is your plan? What are you gonna do?
So I start running with her to the bar, and as we are going to the bar, I look at her, and then I'm just like, "Mom, not too tight," because her nails have sunk deep into my arm. And so we just run to the bar, and at the bar,
yeah.
I just grab the knife, and then I turn back to her, and I'm like, "Okay, let's go."
Okay, you can get a +1 because you are aiming to protect your mom. That's visible. Okay, so what did you roll, Helen?
I rolled a 5, including the +2.
Okay.
It was a 3. I think 3 is everybody's lucky number tonight.
Yeah.
And
Touch wood.
Sean, what did you roll?
Don't jinx it.
Sorry, say that again.
What did you roll?
I'm gonna roll now. That's a 2.
It's a 2, so you've got +1, so it's a 3. Okay, so as you guys turn face outwards of the bar to take on the zombie hordes, as you envision them, that sort of vision becomes a reality as there is just a mass of people sort of surrounding you that don't seem to be, not about half of them you think are okay, the other half not so much. And one of these creatures comes towards you, Helen, and you now have the, it's your turn now to describe how you finish one of these creatures. Because you rolled a 5.
Okay. As it comes towards Helen, she's gonna like swing at it with her handbag. She's like, oh, sure now, so she's gripping the handle with 2 hands and like whacks it across the head. And while it's disoriented, she's gonna like lunge for it, and knock it to the ground, and then just kick at its face, kick at its head until it stops moving. She's gonna.
Okay.
And as she's doing this, she's gonna go, stay away from my son.
We love a protective mom.
I love that.
Mama bear.
Mama tank.
Yeah. I love it.
So Sean, one of them comes for you, and you manage to sidestep. So you're not really ready to actually stab something, but you do manage to sidestep. So it kind of misses you and goes straight over the bar. So you are safe for now. Monica, please give me a dice roll.
Oh no. Hey.
So you are still on the dance floor trying to administer first aid.
I am. Baby! 6.
6. Okay. The guy that you are trying to administer first aid to suddenly, like, gives a big sort of like there's a jolt, like a tremor in his body, almost like he's having a seizure. And as you're trying to hold him down and not prevent the seizure, but mitigate the danger of having a seizure.
Mm-hmm.
He calms down, the seizure calms down, and then he sort of pushes up towards you, and he starts gnashing his teeth at you. How will you finish him?
I immediately, because I am always prepared, I've had my handbag on me. I kind of jolt backwards, pull out a pen, and I am going to, first thing I do, I think of is to stab him in the eye, and then get up, take out some mace, and then spray him in his face as well. And I'm actually, I can't do this. I can't keep trying to save people. I'm gonna rush to the bar because I haven't seen Gift for a while. I'm worried.
Okay. So after this, so you are very quick to sort of grab hold of yourself and stay calm in this situation. Somebody's just tried to attack you. You have no doubt that you have killed them. But also because of the weird stuff going on around you, and you're not sure if that's actually a bad thing or not, and you're heading back to the bar, you do notice that it is, difficult to get there. Like the crowd is very restless. They're struggling. There's a lot of pushing, coming from all directions, as people are trying to either get into the club or get out of the club or get to different parts of the club, because it's and from the sound around you, it sounds like what is happening on the dance floor is happening everywhere in the club. So you're heading back towards the bar, where when you get there, you will find Helen and Sean standing by the bar. And I'm going to go back downstairs now to the VIP room to Gift and Jonathan. So there are 4 zombies left in the room with you, with the 2 of you. The people are sort of trying to get up the stairs still. There's a little bit of clearing, not enough, but if you want to go upstairs, you would be able to get upstairs if you needed to. So what are the 2 of you doing? Laura, we've got you on mute again. No worries.
Sorry, it's because the neighbour's doing gardening and I don't want it to
right.
keep itself. Is the music still playing or has it stopped yet?
No, the music is still playing. The
Okay.
current the current song is Bullet for My Valentine. What's it? My Tears Don't Fall. What is that song called? I can't think of the name of the song right now.
Are there any exits out of this room? Because I mean, I suppose legally there should be.
So there isn't an exit in the basement. So there is an exit leading up the stairs to get to the main exit, and you know that there is another exit on the dance floor side of the building. Like there's an emergency
but not
exit.
out of this room.
Not out of that room.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to go up the stairs to get out.
Does it sound like there's more screaming coming?
There is screaming.
So things aren't any better up there.
Set your senses out. You smell blood also upstairs.
Yeah.
It's definitely not any better.
So I think he'll just be like, it's happening upstairs as well. And there's still like another 4 zombies in here, isn't there?
Yeah.
He just wants it out, like literally an out.
Well, you can just go up the stairs.
Yeah, but I don't think he thinks there's much of an out up there either, because he heard the bouncers before, or like the doors all jammed, if you know what I mean, kind of thing.
There are, so there's an exit on the dance floor, but obviously the people don't know. People that are not familiar with the club won't know there's an exit on the dance floor.
Okay.
There's a back office, in the club, like where the manager usually goes, and it's where the staff go to rest or whatever. So there's a back office there. It doesn't necessarily have an exit, but it has windows leading out to the parking lot.
Okay. Right, so I think he'll act independently, but obviously because it gets obviously in the room with him, he will just be like, we've got to get out of here. Either hole up in the office or try and get out the other fire escape. But I'm not dying here, man. And he just starts to try and force his way up the stairs.
Okay, give me a dice roll going up the stairs, please.
And I think at this point he's not really too fussed how gentle he is. He's not deliberately trying to hurt anybody, but I don't think he's trying to be careful about it either.
Okay, no, that's fine. Then you can get a +1 because you're not being careful.
I'm so glad about that because I rolled.
What did you roll?
Hide to an angry crowd.
Okay, so you are freaking out. You're just like you actually just want to stay alive, man. You've lived way too long for this shit.
Yeah.
So you are just gonna like push your way up the stairs. So you like pushing through the crowd. You make it up to the top of the stairs. Um, you do like a quick scan across, the club. You see Mephistopheles. He's just got his headphones on. And he's still like, jamming. There are still actually, it seems like if you didn't know what was
DJ
going on.
booth?
Yeah, it's a closed
Oh.
DJ booth.
It isn't closed, so he's safe-ish.
Yeah, but he
Okay.
doesn't seem to be aware really of what's happening. He's just enjoying himself. Uh, you spot the people that you met earlier at the bar. Monica because she's a regular. You see her at the bar, but you also spot Sean and his mother there. They
And just a quick question: is that the interesting smell?
yes.
Okay.
So Monica's there as well with Sean and Helen. It's a mess in the club. It is an absolute mess. As you scan across, you can see like people still haven't noticed that there's an exit, and it even says emergency exit on the dance floor. Like people are not trying to get out that way. They're all trying to the people that are trying to get out are all trying to go out through the main entrance. And only because you're so familiar with the club, you know about the back room, and you can see that there's nobody around that area.
Yeah, so here I think we'll make a beeline for the familiar faces that he can see as well. If he can.
Alright, so you're gonna head towards the bar. I'm gonna make you make another dice roll.
6 this time.
Okay, so this time you managed to just weave your way towards the bar quite easily, and it's just because you have a clear idea of where you're going. You're feeling a little bit calmer after getting out of the enclosed space down in the dungeon.
Avoid all the areas that smell bad.
The smell is quite hectic in up here, and it's like mixing with normal club smells plus vomit, urine. Like you can, even if you extend your senses a little bit, you can hear like the flushing sound of a toilet, like a cistern sound, like maybe like it's stuck. Yeah. As you get to where Monica, Helen, and Sean are. Gift, what are you doing? Jonathan has just left you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not a big fan of being, abandoned like a dog on the street, but I guess I have a decision to make. So I look at the kind of the 4 zombies, and I look at the door, and I'm wondering, did I hear Monica make any kind of sound of distress? Did she scream? Did she gasp? Did she do
Monica,
anything?
did you make any sounds when you were pen stabbing?
If anyone heard, I was saying "puta" repeatedly. I was swearing.
Okay.
I was swearing.
Yeah, so Gift, you would have heard her.
Okay, well, I mean, that's not too out of the ordinary for Monica, so I guess I'm not very concerned about her safety for the time being. But I guess my main concern is for the club, right? Because it's kind of like my home. It's my place of refuge, and whatever the heck is going on, I'm not a fan, right? So I make a split-second decision. I'm like, I'm not going to put myself at risk by trying to fight off these 4, whatever they are. So he transforms back into his human form, completely naked, of course, grabs his pants, which is like the first thing he can put his hands on, doesn't bother with the rest, and kind of starts making his way up. Like, he slams the door shut, first of all.
Yeah.
um, hoping that, zombies being zombies, they don't have the small motor function necessary to open doors. So he slams the door shut and he starts making his way up the stairs, trying to sort of move people aside and try and get to where the main portion of what he can hear is still going on is happening on the dance floor.
Okay, so give me a dice roll, please. I'm going to give you a +1 because you want to save your club.
It's a 2, so that would be a 3.
You manage to make your way up the stairs. You are certain to sort of barricade the door. Luckily, you picked up your trousers because the key, the extra key, you actually have a set of keys so you can lock the basement door. So you lock the door as you come up the stairs. You push your way through the crowd. As you get to the top of the stairs and you scan the crowd, you see Mephistopheles is partying. He's currently playing System of a Down's Chop Suey. He is, having the best time. And you look towards the bar and you see Monica, Jonathan, Helen, and Sean are there at the bar. Also, just for your sake, the back room that you know about, you also, as you scan across, you see that area is pretty clear. Okay, back at the bar. Sean and Helen and Monica, I need the three of you to please give me dice rolls.
Okay. Okay. 3.
3, 2, Sean.
3.
3, okay. So you guys are standing at the bar together. You all sort of got your various weapons out that you have just, acquired or already had and just utilized in weird and wonderful ways. And these zombies, like Sean, as you know them as zombies, Monica, you're not sure what's going on yet. Helen, you're just like, whatever. But they're coming at you, and the three of you, manage to evade them just because they seem to be very like disorientated. They don't seem to have very good coordination. So you're able to sort of duck, or like, they're not moving slowly exactly, but because they're not, moving very well, or like they don't seem to have a good aim of you. Like it's almost like they can't necessarily see you. That you're managing to avoid, them, biting you or scratching you or even, getting close enough to harm you. You also have the bar up against your backs, and that's in a way shielding you because, it's one side where there aren't any of these crazy people. So do any of you want to do anything before I reunite the party?
Is there anything on the bar, like within reach, that any of us can grab?
Glasses, bottles. Sean's already got the knife. There is a bottle opener, like a wine, like a corkscrew.
Okay.
I was going to say
Helen
an ashtray,
reach?
and then I realized that's illegal. It's illegal to smoke indoors. So
Sorry?
I was going to say an ashtray, but then I remembered that it's illegal to smoke indoors. So never mind.
Can Helen reach like the bottle opener and the bottle?
Yeah.
The bottle.
That's fine.
Okay. She's gonna slide the bottle opener towards Monica.
Okay. Monica will catch it, give her a nod. So one hand is mace, the other hand is a bottle opener.
And then Helen's gonna purely, she's seen people do this in movies. She's gonna smash the bottle on the bar, so that she's got like a pointy thing.
Okay, you smashed the bottle. I'm gonna say that it works because this is B grade, so it's gonna work. I don't know if it works in real life. I've never done it, so I'm not sure. But yeah.
If this was D&D, I think I'd roll like a strength check or something. But
Yeah, or like wisdom or something, maybe just to figure out the right angle.
yeah.
But I think we're good. Sean, would you like to do anything?
What is Mephistopheles doing? Is he still there?
He's still there. Mephistopheles is in the DJ box. He is playing music. He is just playing music. It's like, Chop Suey is sort of like when Chop Suey comes to an end, like because I can't think straight in sort of like minutes and seconds in game time, he's gonna play the Cranberry Zombie.
So Sean is not feeling the music. I mean, it's kind of awkward. So what's the vibe now? Is it still chaotic?
It's still
in the
very
dance floor?
chaotic. It is still
in the club.
chaotic in the club. Yeah, it's like people are really there. It's almost like everybody's panicked. It's like stampede, almost that sort of vibe. But there are these zombies that that are coming out there attacking people. There are some that have been targeting your group as well.
Okay. So
and you
Sean,
can't see your friends. That's the other thing. You can't see Brad
my
or
friends.
Kyle. Yeah, you don't see them.
So Sean turns to his mother, and he says to her, "Mom, I'm not gonna go looking for Brad, because I already saw him acting like one of these people who are biting other people." And he turns to Monica and says to her, "I don't remember meeting you." So he asks her name.
Oh, kids, I've been around. Well, okay, I was with your mom for most of the time. So if that's the MILF, then you must be the kid. I'm Monica. We can have a tea party later. We have to get out of here.
So now Sean says to Monica, "Yeah, let's get out of here." And he looks at Mephistopheles and just like shakes his head. He is remembering a quote of Mephistopheles from Dr. Faustus.
Now you have to say it.
Yeah, now you have to say it.
The quote is to stop making love to your misery. And so he kind of thinks to himself that the DJ is making love to his misery because his music is just so bad.
I love that.
I thought that burned all the way down the stairs in the basement.
I think when Monica would probably know Sean looking towards the DJ booth. Monica will probably feel like a slight twinge of like a big twinge of concern for both Mephistopheles but also think about Gift. And you can see she pauses for a moment and then she thinks, Meph has always been great. He takes care of himself. He'll be fine. We just need to get out and everyone else, as many people out as possible.
Okay. Jonathan and Gift, you are now both back at the bar with everybody. What is the game plan?
Well, first of all, I'm still not wearing my shirt, so I'm kind of a little bit embarrassed about that. So I'm kind of sort of hunching over myself with my arms crossed and looking around and trying to see what the situation is. And it looks like the exit is still pretty blocked, right? So it's going to be difficult to get there. But previously, as I was making my way over to the bar, I saw that the back room was clear. So it kind of look at everyone and I'm like, well, we have two choices now. We can either try and get out through the horde of people, or we can head to the back room, which looks like it's pretty clear, but we'll be stuck there. So we have a choice to make. It's one of the two.
I say let's go for the back room. Have you always been this buff, Gift?
What? He's gonna pretend he didn't hear that over the screaming, even though he definitely did. He's gonna pretend like he didn't hear that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jonathan.
I want a projectile. You said the box was closed in with like perspex or something like that. Because Jonathan would like to find a nearby projectile, a bottle, something that he can lob at the DJ booth to try and get Mistopheles' attention somehow, if he can.
No, that's fine. Give me a dice roll. You can get a +2 for accuracy. Because you can see very well.
That's a 4 + 2, so 6.
Quite strong. Okay. So despite the ridiculous distance, and the fact that you're chucking a bottle across a club, you manage to hit the perspex. It does not break the perspex when you hit it, despite the impact. But it definitely jolts Mephistopheles. He looks up, and he looks like, he happens to look sort of towards you. So I'm assuming you're sort of signaling at him.
Jonathan's just like...
So Mephistopheles is like, oh right, and he's like, oh, it's time to change the song.
Why is he so special?
So then Mephistopheles is like, okay. What does he want? He's thinking, we need something a little older. What do you want to hear? So he's like, Paint It Black, Rolling Stones, puts it on, and he looks out sort of across the dance floor, and he notices for the first time that things are a little bit like things do not seem to be okay. So he puts his headphones down, and you can see he's listening just for a second, and then he picks something up. You can't see what it is. He picks something up, and he starts. You see him sort of step down from the DJ box and walk onto the dance floor, and you can see he's heading in the direction of the emergency exit.
Oh. And then he'll take lead from Gift if they seem to know, where they want to be. Everyone else is milling around in panic, but if Gift seems like they've got a direction they want to be in, then he'll follow suit once he realizes that.
All right. Okay, so now you guys are you guys are planning to head towards the back office. So I need everybody to give me dice rolls, please.
Oh,
as you are trying to move in that direction.
Oh shit! I got 6 too. My gosh.
5, 6, 5. What do we got?
3.
Sean, what did you roll?
I rolled a 3 again.
3. Okay. The sixes and the 5. Please destroy a zombie for me.
Okay.
The 3s, you guys are safe. You have avoided dying.
That's great to hear. I'll wait for the others first, and I'll follow their lead.
Okay.
So Jonathan and Gift.
Jonathan and Gift, you guys are leading the way to the back room. Gift, I think it was you that rolled a 6. Please kill your zombie for me. Tell us how you do it.
I am sort of lurking behind Monica as we all make our way over to the back room, and I see out of the corner of my eye, I notice a zombie kind of lurching its way towards us, and I see it going for Monica, and I immediately spring into action without even thinking about it. I jump onto it, and with my bare hand, I sort of rip open the throat like that, just tear it open. I'm like, not today, pal, not today.
Very nice. Okay. The next number 6.
Yeah, okay. And that was Viscera, I love it. When Monica will watch Gift, like, because she can always sense that presence of Gift behind her, and then when he did that, destroy that zombie, she'll go for the next zombie she sees. She thinks she'll see a zombie that looks like it's gonna go for Gift from the back, and she's gonna take the screwdriver, not screwdriver, the wine opener, the bottle opener, and jab it through the back of the zombie's head, and twist it repeatedly. How do you like them apples? And push it past Gift.
Oh, wow.
You can, yeah. And she's gonna tap Gift's shoulder and say, "You can stop being so incredibly hot. No, strong. We need to go.
Okay, and the 5. Please destroy your zombie.
Yeah, so the first one goes down, and then because I'm assuming there's still a little bit of a people around kind of thing and stuff like that. And he says how like quite openly the throat got ripped open, and Monica's like reaction. So hey, even in his state kind of thing, like the next zombie that kind of like he doesn't realize it kind of bumps him before he realizes, and I think he just kind of just like surreptitiously just punches it, if you know what I mean, but kind of just the fist just keeps going, and then just kind of pushes it off him a little bit. It just walks by. Just
oh wow! You guys are vicious. Okay, so that is, so you're still trying to make your way to the back room. You are not there yet. Please give me another round of dice rolls. Things are hotting up in the club. Mephistopheles has actually just left his playlist to play.
Oh.
A 5. Did you roll a 1?
I got a 1. I also got a 1. Oh shit!
Okay. So first, our 6s are gonna go first. And Sean, you rolled a 5. But with you rolled a 5, right?
You rolled a 6. I think.
A 6. You rolled a 6. Okay, yeah. Sean. So with your 6, so Rebecca rolled a 1. So Becky rolled a 1, and because her character is your mother, I will allow you with your 6 to save her, but that is going to be your choice. Would you like to do that?
Absolutely.
Okay, so please describe how you save your mom, how you kill the zombie who is about to kill your mother.
So, there's a plastic bag at the bar that the bartender was taking the lemons from. And as the zombie is going for my mom, I grab the plastic bag and then walk behind the zombie and shroud his head with the plastic bag, and then I pull him towards me, and I see a small opening under the plastic bag just between the collar of the zombie's. Sorry, something was happening with my headphones. Just between the collar and the shoulder, and then I put the knife that I have in that opening, and the zombie, I cut his jugular vein, and it starts spewing out blood, and I tighten the plastic bag around his head, such that the plastic bag starts filling up with blood, and he starts drowning in his own blood.
That
And
is
I just keep
impressive.
holding him until he falls to the ground.
That is impressive. That was very good. Yes, Sean is a walking green flag. Of course he would save his mom.
Helen's just going to be like, that's my son! That is my son! Look at my son! He's so freaking good at this!
We got another 6, didn't we? Was there another 6? Yeah. Okay. And okay, so with gift with your 5, Monica, you said you rolled a 1 as well.
I did, yeah.
You did. Okay, so gift, you also have an opportunity to save Monica. That's if you want to, but I'm gonna let Jonathan go first because he rolled a 6. Please destroy your zombie, Jonathan.
I think he's kind of like just half momentarily, just for a split second, taken aback by just the odd brutality of the plastic bag, and it was just. It takes a moment to just be slightly taken aback by that, and then I suppose maybe he's realizing that okay, everybody else has been a little OTT. I think he feels a little more comfortable just being himself, I guess, as it were. So yeah, I think the next zombie that he does come across, I think he possibly just kind of like just picks it up and just launches it. I think just launches it out of the way, and I don't know if maybe there's like an old flagpole or something sticking out the wall from a sign, and it's just kind of like, just pierces him through the back, and the zombie's just kind of like hung up on it on the wall. Trying to wriggle.
Very nice. So yes, you do. You just launch the zombie across the wall, and it ends up being part of the decoration.
Right, like an old coat hoop or something.
Yeah. Exactly, a coat hook, I think. That was the impact at which you did it. So yes, now, Gift, do you want to save Monica?
Absolutely, even at the cost of my own life. I don't care. I swoop in and I just actually physically lift her up in one arm and throw her over my shoulder. So she's sort of like hanging over my one shoulder, and then the zombie that's sort of coming towards us, because not many people know this, but I'm actually a boxing instructor, right, in my part-time job. So I just give it the strongest upper hook that I can manage. And I won't go into too much detail, but the head does separate from the neck and sort of rolls to the other side of the club. Monica doesn't need to see this because she's obviously, her head is sort of hanging behind my back. And I don't know how much of a struggle she's putting up, but that's what I'm doing. I'm just sort of going to town boxing these guys.
I think it depends on how hard you work out your buns as to how much attention you work.
Good thing I'm wearing pants.
True. I think Monica would be so shocked because it happens so quickly. All she sees is like a very big back, and then she might look around and realize she's upside down and hope that she's okay. She might like try to at least be I don't know. She's too shocked, but she's like, thank you for you're really strong. She's like so strong, and she's kind of like try to be respectful but touching his back. Thank you.
Okay, so
I'm too busy boxing people. I can't hear what she's saying.
Fair.
Okay, guys, you are a few steps away from the door to the back office. I'm gonna make you roll one more time before you get inside.
Oh shit.
And this is where, if we were playing with Jenga, the tower would be like, okay, we've got a 5.
The
3
6.
5s, a 6. What do we got, Sean? And a 3. Okay.
And a 4. Yeah.
A 3 and a 4. So 3 and a 4, you guys are safe. You managed to evade. 5s and 6s, please kill your zombie. The 3 and the 4 will run into the back room first, while the 3 of you kill your zombies, the rest of you. Who wants to go first? Jonathan?
Can I see Mephistopheles at all?
Mephistopheles.
Or is he just kind of lost in the crowd now?
He's kind of lost in the crowd now. You did see him heading towards the emergency exit. If you look over in that direction, you can see the doors open.
Okay.
You would, if you look a little bit harder, you don't spot his mohawk, so you're assuming he's outside.
Okay.
The song, just for interest's sake, is REM's Shiny Happy People.
I think he's probably getting a bit pumped now as well. Especially, I know there's a lot of other smells in here, but as there's more and more smells of blood and things now in the room and stuff like that, I think that he's a lot more like pumped up and wired and stuff like that kind of thing. So I think the next like kind of zombie that shuffles his way. Yeah, I think because he's probably picked up some speed and he's just trying to run to the door now. So I think he just kind of like leaps a zombie that's just fallen over after being stabbed by kind of like one of the other people that have just got the uppercutted zombie kind of falls over. He just sort of leaps over that and then kind of brings his knees up into the face of the zombie that's on the other side and just kind of like knees it in the face as it just kind of drops. He kind of drops down the other side.
Very cool. Very cool. Doing some martial arts in here. Next person that got a 6. Let's do Helen. Helen, show us what you got.
Helen's getting quite cocky now. She's killed one zombie. She's just watched her son save her life and kill another zombie. So she's feeling quite like in the groove of things now. She's going to take a swing at the zombie that comes at her with her handbag. And then as it's sort of recovering from the knock to the face, she's going to take the broken wine bottle and stab it through the chest.
Oh, wow.
With full force, and the zombie goes down.
Very cool. Very, very cool. So after you've made your kill, you can head into the room where Sean and Monica went. Gift, you are the next zombie before we are into safety, in inverted commas. Your sound is not working, Liz. What happened to it?
So
oh, there we go.
After having Monica down very gently so that she can...
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, now it's out. It's in and out. There. No.
There seems to be a little bit of a delay, I think. Maybe.
Do you think it's lag? Could be. Okay, just speak again.
Right, so...
There, now it's working.
After having very gently went... I don't know. Kind of because the rabbit was kind of awkwardly squeezed into the corner here. Alright, so after putting Monica down very gently so that she can make her way into B for safety, I turn around and I assess the situation, and my eyes happen to glance over the zombie hanging on the coat hook. So I'm like, you know what, that looks like a good idea. So I turn to the nearest zombie. I just grab him with both arms, physically lift him up, and run towards the wall and slam him straight up against the other one, so the coat actually comes through his chest, and both of them are kind of slumped across the coat hook like this. And I'm like, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. I think they're good now.
Okay, cool. So then you are
Zombie kebab.
you're the last one to head into the back room, and you close the door behind you and lock it on the inside. You guys are now in the back office. It's pretty sparse in there. There's like a single bed in the corner of the office, and there's a desk. There's a computer at the desk. It's a proper like office desk with sort of drawers on one side. There's a shelf, a bookshelf that has some like files on it. Some files and some folders. A book on marketing for dummies. There's a few sort of autobiographies that you see as well. They're all by musicians. And on the one side, there are windows, and the windows sort of open up into, you can see the windows are quite high up, but they open up onto the parking lot. So that's what
Jonathan's
the office
going to
looks
move to the
like.
windows and just kind of like listen to see if there's any screaming also outside. Or is it quiet? Is it just traffic? Is there sirens? Or did the phone calls get through? So we just kind of like just try and determine.
You listen outside. You hear there is a lot of noise. So a lot of sort of the screaming in the club has stopped. Like there are different sounds now. Like, not so much screaming, like more like grunting noises or like crunchy noises. Coming from inside, along with the music, which strangely enough is now Rihanna playing. You're wondering why Mephistopheles chose to leave that particular playlist on. It's a very, very strange that Rihanna is now playing. And you sort of listen some more for like what's happening outside. You do kind of hear the sound of sirens, but they're like very far away, and you can hear like normal road sounds as well. But I mean, it is quite late at night. Like at the moment, it's around 1 a.m. So you're not expecting the road to be busy in any case. You do hear sirens in the distance though, and you can hear sort of like some sound, not a lot.
Okay.
Of like movement of people.
Yeah, so you'll kind of turn to the rest of the room and just be like, it sounds quiet enough out there, but are the windows big enough to like fit through, or are they the little skinny basement ones that are up top?
They are skinny basement ones that are up top, but you guys all of you would be able to fit through them.
Okay.
So,
Helen's gonna turn to Sean. Sean, baby, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you bleeding? Are you hurt? Have you been bitten? Has anybody been bitten? Is everyone okay? But Sean, are you okay?
I'm okay, Mother. Are you okay?
Okay.
You seem a little exasperated.
We fought zombies. I don't think anyone is calm.
This time I agree with your mother.
Thank you.
But Nope is right. It's been a long night, but I haven't, and I checked myself. I haven't been bitten by anything, and no one's pretend they weren't bitten. If you were bitten, you better say something, because I'm not gonna be stuck with a fake zombie who's a bias, okay? And she's actually Monica's actually starting assessing everyone else's body just in case, like any open bits of skin.
So you won't notice anything, Monica. You won't see any obvious sort of wounds on anyone. If there is sort of blood like everybody's kind of splattered a bit with gore, but you can see that it's not theirs.
Okay.
Do you mind
Helen's
repeating that?
gonna like, sorry.
Sorry, I was talking to Wednesday. Do you mind repeating that? I didn't quite hear.
Oh,
what you
sorry. I said that Monica. So Monica said that she was just gonna like take a look at everybody else to assess to see if anybody had been bitten, and I said that you guys are splattered a bit with gore, but she can tell that it's not yours. So none of you have actually been injured.
Okay.
Helen's still gonna
Okay.
pat down Sean and like make sure that he's okay. He's gonna fuss a bit.
John says, "Mother, you're worrying too much. I'm fine. I'm okay.
I just need to make sure you're okay. Because if you're okay, then I'm okay.
I'm okay, Mother. Now,
Okay.
let's try to figure out a way to get out of here." So he kind of looks at the windows. You said there's a bed in the corner.
Yeah,
Right.
there's a bed in the corner.
So he looks at the windows and how high up are we?
So the windows.
How many floors?
So it's a regular sort of like it's like a single story. So you guys are not up high. You're sort of you would be level on the ground. It's just the windows are up high.
Oh, I see. So the windows are just above us.
Yeah. So the windows are above you.
So Sean grabs the bed and puts it against the wall that has got the windows, and he walks to the desk and picks up the book that says "Marketing for Dummies," and then just looks at it and then throws it away, and he pushes everything off the table and asks, "Is Jonathan in the same room?"
Yeah, Jonathan and Gift are both in the room with you.
And asks and just waves to Jonathan to help him lift the table so they could put it on top of the bed and use the bed and the table to try and climb out through the windows.
Cool. Yeah, Jonathan will wander over and pick up the desk.
Jonathan, how are you going to pick up the desk? Are you going to help him pick up the desk, or are you going to just pick up the desk?
He's going to help him,
Okay.
and he's going to attempt to look like it's heavy.
Okay. So you guys managed to maneuver the desk onto the bed in preparation to climb through the windows to get out into the parking lot. So is everybody on board with this idea? Is this your plan? Are you going to do this?
Well, Gift, he's kind of reluctant to leave the club because he's very attached to the club, and he's worried that if he abandons it now, he doesn't know what's going to become of it, whether zombies are just going to completely overrun it and they're going to end up having to burn down the place, which is his biggest fear, or what's going to happen. So he's kind of indecisive. He's in the middle between should he go back into the club and maybe try and do something, should he call the cops and get them to try and do something, or should he just try and help the others escape, specifically Monica, who he's kind of still harboring close nearby to, and sort of being overprotective of in general.
Okay. So while you're making your decision, I'm assuming everybody else just wants to get out, right? And you're going to go out through the window. Okay. So So I'm going to just allow you guys to start climbing out through the window into the parking lot.
I think Monica will be ready to rush to go climb out the window, realize Gift is not following, and I think at this point she'll be crying and begging him, please, your life is not worth this club. There's so much more to this club. You can do so much more. And she's like holding on to his, because he's big, grab onto like a bicep. I don't know. Like what? I'm just gonna boost. See if you're gonna go for his pecs. That's
That's disrespectful.
I think she'll like, because she's generally quite a calm person. She'll like try to grab onto his shoulder, and then her hand slip onto his pectorals, and then and then she'll try to grab onto like a side, and then her hands will go into his like 8-pack abs, and then she'll just you know what, and then she'll just grab onto one of his hands. That's safer. Please, you need to live. We all need to live, especially you. We need to go. Please come with us.
Eventually, and you get vacation. It doesn't take a very long time to be convinced by Monica, but she does convince him to go along with them, and so he helps her up onto the bed and up onto the desk and helps her get out the window before sort of starting to clamber up herself.
Okay, so all of you have now climbed out through the window. You had to do a little bit of a jump down to land in the parking lot from the height. And as you get outside and you're in the parking lot, one more roll. It's the last roll of the game.
Oh, 4.
4, 2, Sean 5. Last roll of the game. As you land, and you guys are looking around for, the nearest car or your cars or whatever, how you came. None of you notice anything awry in the parking lot except for Sean. And Sean, you now have the opportunity to save the group as you make the final zombie kill.
Okay. So I go to my car. Is there a zombie barrier between us and the car that I came in?
Yeah, so you guys will, okay, so let's say you're walking towards your car because you parked the closest, so you're walking towards your car, and as you sort of get close to your car, the zombie comes out to attack your group. So what are you going to do?
Okay, so this particular zombie, he has had his chest eaten, and it's kind of open, and we can see his heart still beating.
Mm-hmm.
And so me and him, we're kind of like, he's kind of following me every side I go. I'm trying to dodge him, but at one point he kind of looks to the side and doesn't see me doing this, but I reach out to him and I grab his heart and I rip it out of his chest. And as it is coming out of his chest, it comes out with his lungs and his trachea, and he just goes, and falls to the...
Okay. So you guys witness this as Sean takes down the zombie that is blocking your way to his car, which can actually fit all of you into it quite comfortably. And as you pile into the car and you turn the radio on, there is a special announcement, and it appears that Cape Town is now in the throes of a zombie apocalypse. So as you guys ride into the early hours of the morning, back towards, I'm assuming, Sean and Helen's home, because I don't think she'd have it any other way. You have survived the 15th anniversary of Club Hell, but who knows if you will survive the zombie apocalypse. And that, my friends, is the end of the music of the night. Thank you for playing.
I enjoyed that. That was good.
That was very cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Everyone had such amazingly creative ways of killing zombies. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I love that. You guys,
Right?
you
It was
use your characters
amazing.
really well.
Especially the people that didn't really have superpowers, because it's like they had to come up with so many more creative ways of dealing with the zombies. So that was great.
So like now, yeah, you guys
I think
can share a
the
little bit
bag
more
over
about
the
your
head
characters.
filling up with blood was
Yeah.
That was very creative. Oh, you're muted, Becky. I think you're muted.
Yeah. I can't hear you now.
Oh,
Maybe your headset died?
maybe your headset died. Yeah. Nope, we haven't got anything. Oh no. Yeah, 1 second, yeah?
No.
Do you guys wanna explain your characters a little bit to close it while we're waiting for Becky to get her sound out? Yeah, so Jonathan.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so Johnson was a vampire. She went and figured that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Who basically his biggest fear is being found out, and basically he wouldn't give his life for anything or anybody. So it was. I maybe didn't play that as much as I should have because it is a group setting, but I thought yeah, he was just he's a vampire. He could smell gift a mile off. But that was always kind of obvious. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Gift.
Yep, so probably no one got this, but Gift is a werewolf. um, and his whole life is on the run for a long time because of being found out in the past, and he was really paranoid about being found out again. But he kind of found his home in this club, and when he first saw Monica, it was love at first sight. So the puppy dog in him was immediately like just completely smitten and loyal, just like that. And I think that kind of sometimes takes over his fears and his instincts not to be found out, where he'd rather be found out as a werewolf than leave her in danger or let anything happen to her, I think. And yeah, in his part-time job, he's a boxing instructor, which I kind of forgot about a little bit until right at the end there. So that's why the uppercut only came in at the end. But I think that would be, you can come up with a few more creative kills in terms of that, I think, yeah, for future reference. But yeah, that was Gifts.
That's cool. Thank you. Sean, is there anything you want to add about your character? Well done on playing for the first time and playing this kind of module.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate that. I kind of explained Sean right at the beginning. Straight out of high school, he hadn't had a drink before. I guess this is why his mom followed him to the club, because she was worried that her son was not gonna be okay, and he tells everyone that his father died, but he actually left, and he was raised by his mom. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything there is to him. He's a techie guy. I was kind of gonna say that as he was walking into the club, describing him. I forgot the Apple Watch that he was wearing. Now he's just wiping the zombie splatter off of it, and it's like, God damn, my watch is just spoiled by all these zombies that I had to kill. Yeah, so that's him.
Yeah, that's very cool. So just to sort of like talk, so we've mentioned some of the characters. So a lot of the time in this game, most people die. Most people have died in the game, also because it's straight, so the tower falls quite easily. So in other sessions, Gift has actually used his ability to change Monica to save her. So he's given up his own life. In other games, Jonathan has been killed by getting run over by a car at the end. So he makes it out and then gets run over by a car.
That's so sad.
This is actually the first session where Sean has survived. I just want to say the first time that this game is run where Sean has survived. Sean has always died.
Wow.
So well done, Sean. You not only survived, but you were the hero. You saved your mom.
Thank you.
That's really cool. Okay, so then Helen. Is there anything you want to say about your character? Did your sound go out again? You just had it
still
in
not. That's so sad.
Oh, now it's there. Is it there? No. We're gonna have to wait for it to come back again. I think I missed it. Now it's muted. Now if you unmute, let's see what happens. No. I think it's just a feed issue, maybe. Oh dear.
Or it could just be Discord being Discord.
Yeah, it could be Discord being weird. Yeah. Let's see. No, there's no sound. No. I think it says it's dead. Oh, there. I saw it. I saw something.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Yay! I'm glad it didn't cut out actually during the game. Helen is a single mom. She raised Sean on her own. She has 3 ex-husbands and a design company. Oh, 2, sorry. Yeah, no, 3 ex-husbands, including Sean's father. She has a design company that she runs, and her entire life revolves around Sean. So, if I was a bit overbearing, it was absolutely in character.
So just to comment on somebody who's played Helen before, Helen used mom voice to command the zombies to step out of the way so they could get to the door.
I think I underutilized the character now.
You played her so well.
Yeah, and also like having that handbag that you can literally put anything into it is also, really like a cool thing.
I did give her a sewing kit, and then only remembered once we got into the break room that like she had sharp pointy things in her bag the whole time.
Yeah, but it's very cool. I really appreciate all of your creative gameplay. It was really good. And then Monica, a little bit of information about you.
Yeah, so I played Monica Fuentes. She's a psychologist. So she's used to being very calm under stressful situations in her job. And she's actually a regular club hell. She likes going there quite often to let loose. She loves to go there to go dance because no one bothers her. And you know what's funny? Because she has this massive crush on the DJ in Mephistopheles. I can't pronounce his name. Mephistopheles. There we go. Mephistopheles. She has a big crush on Mephistopheles. But one of her biggest fears is actually being in love. So I think she's had this crush on him from a distance for a long time. And tonight was the first time she's actually admitted, even though she's very aware that he might be gay because her gays are so bad. But then and she kind of barely knows Gifts. Gifts has always been kind of nice to her, but she never really registered that as genuine interest until now. I mean, I think she realizes he works out. I don't know. He's like a decent guy actually. So yeah, now they found love in a hopeless place. I don't know.
Oh no, that's really cool. So as I said, like Gift usually will save Monica. In all the sessions, like Gift tries to save Monica. with regard to Mephistopheles, so Mephistopheles is a DJ. He's actually a musician, a very accomplished musician. He can play multiple musical instruments, and he actually has a very good ear. So he did actually realize what was happening in the club, but he also is not, because he could hear the sounds, but he also just was doing his thing throughout. So that's the way that I played him, also to keep him sort of out of it as an NPC rather than a player character. But he's got a very good ear. So Mephistopheles, had he been at the bar, would have also heard what was happening downstairs.
Okay.
Just because he's a very accomplished musician. He also could have, in other games, he used his music to sway the crowd in a certain direction, like calm it down or hype it up. This one, I just thought, oh, let me just put out some belters, just for funsies. So yeah. So thank you guys for playing Dread with dice with me. I hope it worked. I hope you still felt the pressure and the tension that you would get with playing it with
when
Jenga.
you said how the tower gets more janky, like, as you play on, I'm wondering if perhaps, like, the last quarter or third of the game, you make that you die on a 1 and 2 or something, just to increase that
make
bit
it
extra, or something like that, maybe.
That's actually a really good idea. So I thought about that initially. Initially, I was going to make it so that you would die on a 1 and 2 in general, and then I thought that actually what would happen is we would end up dead in the first half an hour. But that's a really great idea for like the last section. But that's also why I didn't allow modifiers in at the end. Like the last few rolls, there were no modifiers. It was just like straight up, like, okay, now you either live or you die. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was the first time for me running this module, obviously with dice and live streaming it. I hope people in the chat, I hope you enjoyed it. Tillers, Secondhand Samurai, I hope that you guys enjoyed it and had a good time. Everybody, watching in the background, I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Thank you for coming to Club Hell. You can find me, Wednesday_LaFay on Instagram. I am also, I mostly post Dum Dum Die things, so guys, please, if you're interested in actual play role playing, because it's a different thing. If you're interested in actual play and you like a little D&D, so Dungeons and Dragons, we have a regular campaign live stream that runs every second Sunday, and that is run by Nina. Also, we are all over social media at DumDumDie. That's DUMDUMDIE. Also, other things, we've got a website, dumdumdie.co.za. And the reason that I brought this crowd of people together is because we are going to start a new campaign in the summer-winter. I'm calling it summer-winter because it's different hemispheres. We're starting a new campaign in the summer-winter called Grim the Unsolved, which is going to be our horror campaign. So this was sort of like your first introduction to meeting these amazing ladies that are playing with us, and Nash has an opportunity to decide whether or not he would like to continue role-playing after this one shot. But yes, Nash, thank you for coming on at the last minute. Appreciate it. But yes, so Teddy will be included as well in this group for Grim the Unsolved, and I hope you guys are ready for some really like cool supernatural detective style stuff. As I said, that'll be coming up in the summer-winter. We'll be running it. So now, all of you, please plug yourselves. Tell us where we can find you. If you want us to find you, if you don't say anything. or tell us what you do. But yes, thank you so much, ladies. Should we start with Laura?
I'm Laura Bones, or Laura Bones 79 in most places. I do have a Twitch channel, but I haven't streamed in several months. But I'm hoping to get back into it again, so keep an eye out for that.
Liz?
I'm not really active on social media so much. I do have an Instagram page where I post my crochet things that I do. I make little dragons and little creatures and little, oh, there's one, Bulbasaurs. So that's
Oh
actually
my
a
god,
dice
that's
bag.
amazing. That is so cool.
um,
Okay, that is cool.
So that my handle for that is Scrumblebum on Instagram. So if you just search for Scrumblebum, that's where I'm at. But as I said, I'm not so active at the moment because I just started my new job as a project manager. So pretty busy with that. But
That's very
yeah, that's me.
very cool. I love those little things. I love your dragons, by the way. They're very cool. Nash.
Well, thanks again for having me. I think this was really great. I was telling Wednesday that one of my agents had suggested that I do something like this, just to, you know, try and get myself in an impromptu acting space, to kind of help me out with the other stuff that I do. So on social media, Nash Mercado everywhere. Um, Facebook, though I'm not that active on Facebook, but I'm there because Facebook is the first social media, right?
I think so.
And Instagram and TikTok. Um, recently started something called Narrated by Nash on TikTok. So that's the only place on social media that I'm not Nash Mercado. Yeah. And I'm busy narrating fables. So not very profound, but yeah. Thanks so much for having me. Really appreciate it.
Oh, no worries. Thanks, Nash. Becky?
You can find me on Instagram at _Rex_Ann_. I had to look that up because I haven't actually looked at my Instagram handle in a while. I'm not super active on social media, but if you want to find me, that's where I am.
Thank you. And Millie.
Okay, hi guys. So I am Nelly. You can find me on Instagram mostly as Miss Mvubu. So that's MISSMVUBU. If you go onto our socials and interact with us, you're probably talking to me. So yeah, I tend to be into most things. I posted about my horse. She normally walks behind me, but she's been napping this whole time. Mostly about my horse or travel or whatever I find important in life in general. So come hang out. And I'm just also typing manically in chats as well.
Thank you. Thanks, Nelly. So yes, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We are going to try and raid. Nelly, do you think you can do that? We're going to try and raid. Thanks, guys, for joining us. We'll see you next time. Also, just to let you know, we are running another one shot on Monday night, which is going to feature the new potential for Dum Dum Die's main campaign, Giggles. So, yeah, if you're keen on a little bit of one shot D&D, please join us on Monday evening at 7 p.m. South African time. We will see you then.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
I think we're gonna raid Very Bunny. We've never raided them before, so I figured that might be nice and new. They are also playing their game